Hi Pisces, welcome to your mid-August 2020 general love reading. This is your Girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Pisces, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're safe and healthy whenever you're guided to watch this video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you gain the insight and clarity that you seek in regards to your love life by watching this. And if you've been subscribing to me for a bit, whether that's a few weeks, months, maybe a whole year since I started the channel, welcome back, you guys. Thank you so much for your positive engagement with your channel. I am so grateful for your support. Really, I read all your comments, your emails, your direct messages on Instagram. You guys are a blessing, and I wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for all the love. So let's get started. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement you feel guided to watch for the sign of Pisces. This is not going to resonate with every Pisces that listens to this message. Messages are said for those who need to hear them the most, and that's how my intuition and guides prioritize the messages that I provide during these readings. If this reading is not for you, Pisces, I suggest checking your other signs in different placements, because depending on the planetary aspects in the sky currently, those signs may resonate with you more at this time than your sun sign does. Also, Pisces, this is a general reading, so not every message in this reading may be for you, and that's okay. Please only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who needs to hear that message. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Pisces. Who wouldn't be? I do have to say, Pisces and cross watchers, it's important to remember that energy is fluid. Therefore, you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation where the roles may be flipped or reversed. And if that's the case, you are more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles as I provide this reading. But because this is a Pisces reading, I will make Pisces the main subject of the reading. Alright Pisces, let's get started. Alright, let's get started. So Pisces, I'm going to ask for an energy to come through that is in or around your energetic field that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you. Know, Pisces, that you don't have to be in a romantic relationship in order for this reading to resonate with you. It's just an energy coming through that has romantic feelings towards you. So, Pisces, so far we have the Eight of Pentacles on the board. This is Virgo energy. Some of you could be connected to a Virgo. You could have Virgo in your chart. But someone feels like they want to work on something with you, Pisces, or work hard to get this relationship to where they want it to be with you. Because Pisces, I mean, with the Seven of Cups and their mental state of how they think about you, I mean, they can't stop thinking about you. You are this person that runs through their mind day and night. They fantasize about you. And I have to say, when they first met you, I feel like as if they were confused about their feelings towards you, because maybe they weren't expecting to have these feelings towards you, Pisces, so quickly. I feel as if things really progressed fast between the two of you, or at least as far as how this person feels about you. And there could have been a time when they told you they didn't know how they felt. They told you that they didn't know what they want from this. But really, I feel like they just didn't know how to figure out what was going on within them when they thought of you, Pisces. I mean, with the Seven of Cups, when I get this in love readings, it's about fantasizing. It's about being, for some, it's like confusion over what this all means, why you keep on reappearing in their mind's eye, or why they keep on visualizing you when they hear a specific song or they watch a specific movie, or, you know, why they just can't get you out of their mind, and figuring out all that out within them as to what that can be and what that could mean. And Pisces, I do have to say, for a small group of you, you know, they really were unprepared when they met you, or when things started progressing between the two of you, of how much they were going to develop feelings for you. We got the Lovers right here, and what they like the most about you, Pisces. Some of you could have Gemini in your chart, but for the Lovers, I also feel Taurus energy. So you could have Taurus in your chart. You could be connected to a Taurus or a Gemini. Scorpio also had that placement, the Lovers card in that specific placement. So if you guys are connected to a Scorpio or have Scorpio in your chart, I highly suggest checking out that reading to see if there's any messages for you guys there. But oh my, Pisces. They know that this is something that is going to take a lot of work. And maybe before they were trying to use, you know, other things in their life as an excuse to not approach their feelings for you, or to really confront their feelings for you. And they were afraid of what that would mean and how much that would take from them. But it's this bond, this connection is too strong to ignore, too strong to deny. And in the very heart of themselves, with that Eight of Pentacles, they do want to work on this. They do see that this is something that is worth the work, worth the time, worth the energy. Because again, this connection is so strong, and the thought of you just doesn't escape them. I mean, I feel like they think of you all the time, all the time. And it must mean something for that extent. This could be someone from your past, Pisces, with the Six of Pentacles. A lot of Scorpio energy here. Ooh, okay. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I feel as if they're afraid of losing their own control when it comes to you. This is someone who doesn't share their feelings quite often, who is pretty reserved. But when it comes to you, all these emotions come into play. At the bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Wands energy, Sagittarius energy. Some of you could have Sagittarius in your chart. You could be connected to a Sagittarius. I feel a couple things from this. I mean, this is giving me a little bit of a background of what has happened between the two of you. And for some of you, when I said how quickly things started to advance, yeah. I mean, the feelings for you, the intensity, the passion for you just kept on growing and growing at this uncontrollable rate for them. I do feel as if when you first met this person, you could have met them like through a very, I don't know, I feel like a dating app for some of you. Others of you, I feel it was at like a party or an event. It was as if, I don't know, I don't know why I'm picking up on this, and it's not for everyone, this one message here, but it's like as if someone was out to find a good time, right? Like to find someone that they can have a strong, passionate connection with, but it's turned into so much more than that. I feel as if when you first met this person, Pisces, maybe they were charismatic, they were very charming, they were very center of attention type of energy. They like to have, you know, kind of a very suave energy to them. But you flip the script, Pisces. This person maybe in the past even could have been like a player, a playette type of energy, where they just thought of having a good time, but boom, you came into their life and completely, again, turned the tables, flipped the script. This is a confirmation for someone out there, but someone really likes spicy food. The hotter the better. No, the jalapeno chips, the sriracha. That's what I'm picking up on. But anyway, besides that, Before, they may have not thought that being in a commitment with you was something that they wanted. But I feel like that was a repressed emotion because, again, with the Knight of Wands energy, it's someone who's always on the go, someone who always wants to experience all that they can experience. Maybe even for some with the Knight of Wands, you could live at a distance from each other. But again, if you do live at a distance, for some it's just like a couple-hour drive. I don't know why I feel the need to say that. But for a lot of you, feelings progressed quick and things got very intense for them. And for some, it even scared them and may for a period have, like, they retreated in some way. For those of you that aren't in contact with them right now, they're realizing that that was a mistake. That now they want to work on things with you. But for most of you, this is just saying how much you've impacted them, Pisces. How much you have changed them. How much you've changed their idea of love. Or their idea of a romantic, sensual, sexual, loving relationship. Before, they may have thought that everything could be no strings attached. But Pisces, you left something attached in their heart, a very strong energetic cord. So let's go ahead and get into this. How they feel about you, 8 of Pentacles energy, Virgo energy. So I feel, Pisces, they may have slept on you a bit. I'm getting that off the top, you know. They just really, I just feel, didn't wake up to what this really was. I do feel as if maybe recently or very soon you're going to have a conversation like, look, if you're not going to put the work in this, I'm not either. And for those of you that may not be in communication with this person right now, they're really realizing that this is something that should be worked on. This is something that they should give an opportunity to and put their all in. And Pisces, I do feel that you've been patient with it, or patient with them. And I do feel as if they know very soon that if they don't show their commitment, if they don't show their action or their desire to want to put more into this, you're not going to be able to compromise anymore. This has to be equal, Pisces. You know that. They know that. I'm seeing someone that, like, on their bed has like a ton of pillows. Like when they sleep, they have to have like at least 2 pillows under their head. Or they just decorate their bed with a lot of pillows. That could be confirmation for someone. Or someone needs to use a pillow as a prop in the bedroom. Like holding someone up or having it be more comfortable in a certain position. I don't know who that's for. Obviously not for everyone, but also someone finds it the sexiest when someone wakes up in the morning. You know, with like, I feel as if Pisces, you have very sexy pajamas, or you just sleep in your underwear, sleep naked even. And when you wake up in the morning is when you look the most attractive. I don't know who that's for, but someone out there, not everyone. But yeah, Pisces, they want to work on this. Despite the confusion they may have had before over you. 7 of Cups energy. They just couldn't figure out what it was about you that has made them change, or that has made them evolve into someone that wants to commit, or someone that could even consider having a committed relationship. I mean, they still don't even know for a lot of them. I feel as if they still don't know why they can't stop thinking about you, why they can't stop reminiscing about you. And Pisces, even when you think they're not caring or that they're not watching, know that they are. You know, if you think that they've like blocked you in some way, I'm not really feeling that for the majority of you. Or when they go, you know, disappear or something, they check up on you in some way, whether that is through your social media, whether that is through asking people about you. They have their ways, okay? This person's very resourceful. But I feel, Pisces, like they don't want you to know what they think about you or how they feel about you. They want you to still think in some way that, you know, that that they still want to be that independent, charismatic, no strings attached type of person. But Pisces, let me tell you, that's far from the truth. Far from the truth. I kind of want to clarify the Seven of Cups, so let's clarify it. I'm also hearing messy bun, like someone could wear their hair in a messy bun, whether that's you or the other person, Pisces, when they get home, like tie it up, get it out of their face type of thing. Ace of Wands. Yeah, because when they first started this out with you, I mean, clearly there's a strong sexual attraction towards you. Instantly, right? They knew, they had their eyes on you wherever you met or however you met. Whether they saw your picture online or they saw you in public, they said, that's the person I'm going to pursue. And this desire just grew into something emotional that they were not prepared for. It was unexpected with the Wheel of Fortune. And they're starting to realize that this is something so much bigger than they realized with the Wheel of Fortune as well. Really. I'm hearing colossal even. I don't know why I just heard that, but what they like the most about you, Pisces, is the Lover's card. Gemini energy, again. Whether you're connected to a Gemini, you could have Gemini in your chart, but Pisces, I mean, when the Lover is in what they like the most about you, the love that you have, the love experience that they've had with you, the sex, the passion, if you haven't had sex, and the chemistry between the two of you has been unlike anyone else. The Lover's card for me is soulmate energy at the very, very least. Strong soulmate energy. And they feel some sort of vulnerability with you, Pisces, that they don't feel with other romantic partners. You're the only one to bring this sort of sentimentality, nostalgia out of this person. Again, because they're usually on the go, looking to newer, better, more. But with you, they have enough. You give them everything they desire. And someone's definitely like an ass grabber, an ass smacker, especially when you guys hug. I even feel like someone picks the other person up when they hug. They like wrap their legs around them. And they don't care who's watching. It's weird too, Pisces, because I feel they're very territorial over you as well in public. For those of you that have met this person, like when you go out, they want to make sure that, you know, Pisces is mine, everyone. Don't get it twisted. And before, they were never like that with anyone else. They could care less if a romantic partner was flirting with someone, but when it's you, Pisces, they will not tolerate it. But it's just you indulge all their five senses. And then on top of that, it's a spiritual connection, an emotional connection. True love here, Pisces. And I feel like that's what they've been trying to suppress the most, because they're almost afraid of that. Afraid of those feelings, afraid of that energy. Because in a way, especially going back to this, they don't want to be tied down to anything. And they almost thought for most of their lives that being in a relationship with someone would be a cage or a barrier or a fence. But they're seeing it's not that way with you, Pisces. What they don't like about you, the Death card, the card of Scorpio again. Pisces, I feel with you, they sense that you are a no BS type of person, a very serious person. That, you know, you bring this awareness to them of their own faults, their own insecurities, and it's not like you tell them like, oh, you really suck at doing this. Like, it's nothing like that. It's just the things that when they interact with you, and maybe you say something like, you know, that kind of hurt my feelings when you did that, or, you know, I don't know if I can be with you if you're like this, it really brings an awareness to them that again, it scares them. You know, death energy is a very hard energy to deal with because of the fact of facing something that you need to let go of in order to be a better version of yourself. And Pisces, I believe that's what you do for this person. And although they may not like it, it's very necessary. You know, and also for others of you, if that's not so much the case, you're quick to end things. And you maybe made that very, very clear to them. Like, you know, mess with me once or, you know, betray me once and I'm done. There won't be a second chance. I've had my heart broken way too many times. So act now or forever hold your peace is kind of the energy I'm getting for others of you. But like Pisces, I usually don't pick up on this with death or the death card, but I just feel there's this like mysteriousness to you that they also can't figure out. It's like, you know, not knowing what happens, you know, physically after you die. We know that we just evolve our spirits, but you know, how? Where do we go after that? How does our spirit evolve, right? All these questions that occur, that comes from an unknown. And Pisces, there's some sort of element about you that they just still haven't figured out yet. If it doesn't even relate to what I was saying about the Seven of Cups, of something about you that they can't figure out what is so magnetic about you, what draws them to you in a way that they haven't felt for anyone else. And what they like the most about this connection, the Strength card, the card of Leo. Some of you could have Leo in your chart. You could be connected to a Leo. The passion between the two of you. Just when you guys make love, if you do, it's just unreal. You could go on for hours, multiple sessions, and you'll never be dissatisfied, or they'll never be dissatisfied with the love you give them. I feel as if you guys have even, like, for those of you that have had sex with this person, or at least hooked up with this person, had to go like to a private room or somewhere private where it was like a bit public, whether that was someone's house, maybe like a restaurant, a bar, or I don't know, but you had to go somewhere to sneak off. Or maybe that's just your thing, the two of you. Others of you, I gotta say, this pertains to how strong the energetic cord is between the two of you with the Strength card. Even if they tried to push you away, Pisces, they still couldn't push away their feelings for you. They still couldn't push away that intensity and that passion that they have for you. Still, like, very, very strong. And they know that, or they're at least figuring that out now. It's too intense. What they don't like about the connection here, 10 of Wands energy, Sagittarius energy again. This is a risk they see taking. Opening up to you. Having the opportunity of being in a relationship with you. They're afraid about how much work it will be, how much of themselves they may have to sacrifice. Maybe some of their freedom, maybe some of their, you know, and I'm not saying like you're going to be completely controlling of them, but I'm saying as far as doing what you want 100% of the time, all the time. I do feel as if that person's, whoever this is very used to that type of energy. But seeing that maybe they, you know, as normal as it is being in a relationship, may have to accommodate, compromise. And even like their friends are very, very surprised about how much they're feeling you, Pisces. They definitely talk about you with their friends. A lot. Highest hopes, Pisces. 6 of Cups energy. Scorpio energy again. I mean, really, that this is something that was meant to last. Something that you guys have been carrying this energy for a while. You know, whether that is within the last year, maybe few years, heck, even maybe the last 6 months. It's something that is strong and that always reoccurs. That, again, you know, I even feel like some of you may have a very memorable name. Like whether it's your name is part of like a popular song, or like it's very unique, or there's something about it that is so memorable. I don't know. For some of you. And even I'm getting here like a very strong even past life connection between the two of you with the Six of Cups. And that you guys did meet for a reason. And that there is some sort of soulmate connection here that you both are meant to experience in this lifetime together. And for those of you that maybe are not in communication with this person, that this energy can reconnect again to where it was. Deepest fears, the Emperor card. Aries energies. Some of you could be connected to an Aries, or you can have Aries in your chart. But this is that loss of control. This is that vulnerability that is so hard to break, because the Emperor wants to have everything under control, wants to be the person that makes all the decisions, that is the person that has everything covered, right? But to be in love with you, Pisces, or to be in a relationship or a connection with you, some of that control would be lost. And again, not controlling, but like that control of themselves, that control of their emotions. Or even being out of control with their own life. Once they met you, now it's just your own terms, you know? They just really want their independence to still be maintained through this connection. But they also view emotions to be very, I don't know, like something they shouldn't have to deal with, shouldn't have to burden themselves with. But that's a bit of an ego coming in here that some of you may be aware of. That they won't be able to control their emotions. For the likely outcome of the situation, Pisces, we're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to turn over this card to see a likely outcome, pull some more tarot to clarify, and even pull some oracle cards for you. But before we go, Pisces, I will pull a card from this deck. And I'm going to ask Spirit to further clarify feelings towards you. Or maybe what this connection is between the two of you, or what's in their mind that I may have not clarified or said yet. Whew, they want to talk. Wow, Pisces, your love is the cure. Come to me, calling you in. Yeah, Pisces, I mean, this is something they can't escape from. This is something they were unprepared for. But they're realizing, again, your love is something that was missing in their life. You are someone that was missing in their life. And maybe, you know, due to this uncommittal energy, there was something they were trying to gain out of other means when the answer was already there right in front of them. It was you all along. So Pisces, we're going to go ahead and take this to the extended reading. If you'd like to join me there, again, just open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo. If this is where we depart, Pisces, I really hope that this resonated with you in some way, or that you gained some insight and clarity by watching this video. If you did, please let me know. Please hit that like button, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Pisces, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Pisces.